I made my teacher quit as punishment. I became a teacher in her spot. Miss Perrin was the kind of teacher who graded your essay a 60 because she didn't like your font. Not the content, not the structure, the font. She had this thing where if you challenged her, even politely, even with actual proof, she'd stare at you like you'd just personally insulted her entire bloodline. I corrected her twice in one semester. Both times I was right. Both times I ended up in the hallway. But the essay incident is what broke me. She handed back a paper I'd spent a week on, marked down half the points, and circled one word in red like it was a crime scene. The word was ephemeral. I looked at her and said, "That's a real word." She crossed her arms. "It's not in my vocabulary. It doesn't have to be in your vocabulary to be in the dictionary." She reported me to the principal for being disruptive. I went home that night and did something I'd never done before. I wrote an email, not a rant. A real, formatted, cited, professional complaint with timestamps, specific incidents, and quoted assignments. 2 hours, 4 drafts. I sent it to the principal, the vice principal, and the district office. I didn't think anything would happen. I was basically journaling into a contact form. I came in Monday and there was a sub at the front of the room. Miss Perrin was gone. Just gone. I found out later that 6 other students had sent complaints around the same time, and apparently the district had been watching her for a while. She resigned. I sat there processing that for a solid 30 seconds. Then I remembered the ephemeral incident and moved on with my life. But that's not even the story. The principal called me in that afternoon, sat me down, and said, "Your complaint was the most thorough and articulate piece of student writing I've seen in years." I said, "Thank you." He said, "So I'd like you to help lead the class until we find a replacement." I waited for him to laugh. He did not laugh. "You clearly have a passion for English," he said. Like that sentence made sense. I walked back into my own English class the next day and sat at the teacher's desk. My friend Jake handed me his homework. I didn't know whether to grade it or throw it at him. I made a seating chart. I assigned reading. I collected worksheets and sat in the break room at lunch feeling genuinely insane. One of my classmates raised her hand mid-lesson and asked if she could go to the bathroom, and I said yes, and then immediately started questioning every decision I had ever made. This went on for 3 weeks. 3 weeks of me, a 17-year-old, running an English class in the school where I was also enrolled as a student. The wild part? The class actually did well.